Okay, so intergovernmental organizations now, moving to the next dot point. One and two, I don't know why it says 1 and 1, but the two that you can look at are the UN and the Commonwealth of Nations. Those are kind of the two biggest ones. There are others, of course, but Commonwealth of Nations we're going to look at. The UN, we already looked at, of course, we just spent time looking at. So if you were asked about intergovernmental organization, I would probably go for the UN because we've just spent so much time about it and you look at it in such great detail. But we can also look at the Commonwealth of Nations. It has 54 members, okay? It operates within the framework outlined in the Singapore Declaration of Commonwealth Principles, which is cooperating in the common interests of their peoples and in the promotion of international understanding and world peace, okay? So those are the aims of the Commonwealth of Nations. Its stated aims include the promotion of democracy, the rule of law, human rights, individual liberty, and good governance. Okay, another intergovernmental organization. All right, so the Commonwealth of Nations is second only to the UN in terms of its diversity, global renown, and longevity. It brings a wide range of worldviews and understandings that help to piece together what is fundamentally a universal right, and it's heightening its openness and transparency amongst the global community. Okay, so we can also look at the Commonwealth of Nations. Okay, we can also look at the African Union as another IGO, which has 55 member states. It launched in 2002. It has the Constitutive Act of the African Union, which sets out the aims of the African Union. The two largest, not all of them, but the two largest being that it encourages international cooperation, it promotes peace, security, and stability on the continent, okay? It has attempted to address the prevalence of child soldiers in Africa. For those of you who may have looked at that as your contemporary issues, you would be aware of kind of just the predominance of that issue in Africa, unfortunately. They have condemned Gaddafi's rule in Libya and supported the 1970 resolution of no-fly zone due to his crimes against humanity. Okay, so the African Union is another IGO that you can look at. Another one is the Arab League, which was founded in 1945. It has 22 members, okay, so not quite as large as, obviously not the UN, the Commonwealth or African Union, but Syria's membership has been suspended since 2011. Its main goal is to draw closer the relations between member states and coordinate collaboration between them. Economic sanctions have isolated Assad's regime due to human rights breaches. Okay, so these are kind of an array of intergovernmental organizations that you can look at. Now, would I say to only look at the UN? No, because I have seen questions where they specifically state will specifically ask you to look at an IGO that's not the UN. So it's important that you know of at least one that's not the UN.